Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in 2007, the government created a carbon tax of $15 per tonne for all major industrial emitters of greenhouse gas in Alberta. The Auditor General, in the report for the environment, says the ministry statements do not verify the completeness of the reporting toward meeting emission intensity targets. My questions are to the Minister of the Environment. Given that Budget 08 estimated $155 million from the Climate Change Fund, yet the annual report only has $40 million, can the Minister explain this $115 million difference? Thank you.
The Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, there's actually two reasons for it. First of all, the 155 that the member refers to is actually 18 months, and we've actually to date reported 6 months. And so there was $40 million in the first 6 months of the program. We anticipate after the 12-month period, which is now just ended, we anticipate that it'll be around 100. The other reason, frankly, Mr. Speaker, is it was at best an estimate. There's no way of knowing exactly what the savings may have been that industry may have had to not come into compliance, and we also didn't know what uptake there would be on opportunities for emissions credits to be taken up.
The Honourable Member.
Thank you. The 155 figure appears on page 30 of your budget documents. To the same minister, given that the Auditor General states that the ministry cannot verify amounts owing because it doesn't have the systems in place to check who is meeting the targets and who isn't, and then collect the money that's owed. So can the minister not agree that that's the real reason for the difference? You don't have the systems in place to know how much money is out there.
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, clearly that is not the case. This is an incident where it was necessary for us to, as quickly as possible, come forward with something that we knew was the right thing to do. There is and was a lot of work needed to be done to the compliance mechanisms. We have that work in place, and frankly, Mr. Speaker, we felt it was more appropriate that we get the legislation up and running, develop the details after the fact rather than wait for 2 or 3 years and do nothing in the meantime.
The Honourable Member.
To the same minister. Budget 2008 estimates that for the next 3 years, that the estimates for the next 3 years total $328 million in the Climate Change Fund for new initiatives in emissions reduction. Can the minister tell us if this is still accurate, or will the new budget see a massive decrease in the Budget 2008 numbers?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the numbers that are in the budget are reflective of projections for growth that may or may not be seen. As we all know that there have been a number of projects that have been put on hold. It also is dependent upon, as I mentioned earlier, the degree to which companies are able to acquire offsets, which would reduce the amount that they pay, and it would also depend upon the actual results that they record at the end of the year. So I can't predict whether or not the numbers that are in the budget will be achieved. It's a 3-year budget, and as everyone knows, forecasting any more than 3 months these days is extremely difficult. But I can assure this member, and I can assure all Albertans, that the numbers that are reported are accurate, are audited, and are accountable.